What up? Oh man, I always forget that it just stops abruptly like that. I wish I had more power there. What's going on, Rams fans? We got a big old football game going on today as the Rams taking on, of course, the Philadelphia Eagles, the team that ended our dreams last year. Should be a fun one, dude. I'm fired up for this one. Obviously, no snow, no broken ribs for Matthew Stafford. We have Devontae Adams. We got a bunch of cool stuff going on for us. Thank you, Payo. I love this shirt. It's my shirt. Saying sick, dude. Sick, dude. Yeah, good stuff. I'm wildly fired up for this game, though. I'll tell you that much. I think that any Rams fan would be. I think any Eagles fan would be. The internet has been wildly annoying this week as far as like, it's like, why are you guys obsessed with us? Why are you guys obsessed with us? What are you? It's like everybody shut up, man. So that's where we're at going into week 3, of course. But I wanted to take a peek back at what the Eagles had done last week, just to kind of set the scene, I guess, a little bit here. Payo's got a question for us, though. Says, have you heard the Rams were the only team in the playoffs that gave the Eagles trouble? What? Yeah, I know, right? That's like it's like the Rams social media accounts being like, did you know Kershaw and what's my hat look weird? Kershaw and Stafford played together. It's like, what? They played together? Like, and then I like that there was also a bunch of comments on that were like, how did I know that the Rams social media account didn't me? You guys don't understand. What am I looking for here? We'll go back to last week for the Philadelphia Eagles. See what so we did last week, against Kansas City Chiefs. That's right. Dallas Cowboys and Kansas City Chiefs are the two teams that have been defeated by the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, both teams coming in 2-0. Gotta love that. I think that if any of these teams would have had a loss on their column there, they like going into this game would be a little bit different. But we're not in that situation, so we're good. Fred's saying, I'm trying to figure out a way how to be negative about this one. 1 second. Take your time, dude. Yeah, I'm sure that's kind of the vibe. We'll get there, dude. You'll find it. You'll find it for sure. There's going to be something there. And maybe it's just this Ferguson being out. We have no answer for that, man. No answer, because Ferguson's been such a high impact player. There is something to the Ferguson stuff, though. I think for him to just fully be inactive, not even be in this game, I think there is something there. I'm not sure what. Hard to nail down what exactly is going on. T Ferg over here. I gotta be honest. Every time I see T Ferg, I just think of Anchorman. Do with that what you will. Let's see here from Peo. Do you think the Rams get the ball first today? Ooh, I have no idea. I don't think it'd be a bad thing to kind of start quick too, and try to just get that first drive, because with Philly and how they kind of run their entire deal is very much ball control and stuff like that. They're 29th in total offense, but I think they're 4th in time of possession. So absolutely crazy, man. I think there's so many different ways this game can go, and I know that you and Rams House talked about that. As far as your stream the other night about just different ways that this could go. It could be 10-12, but it could also be 30-28. It's so hard to nail down what's possibly going to happen in this one. But I think starting quick and starting strong is going to be, I think, important to this one. So Ed Win, emphasis on the win. Happy game day, man. Happy game day. The best kind of day to ever exist is a Rams game day. Let's get this dub. Thanks for coming in clutch last week, checking your Facebook before the show ended. Dude, I seriously was like, let me just give me one more op, all right? Because I checked the Facebook and it wasn't there. Your questions weren't there. And I was like, I mean, I could end it now, but let me just pop back in, man, see what's up. And then I saw all your questions in there. I'm glad I did too, man. That was good, because I know I missed you on one of the weeks. I was editing the podcast already when your questions had come in. So how's the community feel about Forbes so far? Yeah, let's hear it, dude. I want to hear what other people think about Emmanuel. I'll say for myself, I'm a Forbes fan. Forbes 1. Who is Forbes 1? Who is number 1 on the Forbes list? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that stuff as much. Let's see here. So the last week, Eagles offense opened up with a 13-yard scoring touchdown run from Saquon. Then the Chiefs actually took the lead after 2 scores, Harrison Butker kick in the second, followed by Patrick Mahomes' 13-yard touchdown run. And then the Eagles tied it up right before half. Jake Elliott hit the 58-yarder going into halftime, and then a 51-yarder to take the lead back. Hurts got that 1-yard touchdown run. That was the pretty controversial touchdown run. That was 2 false starts in a row, but they punched it in there. That made the score 20-10. And then Tyquan Thornton of the Chiefs, he scored that 49-yard touchdown pass with 3 minutes to go, making the score 20-17. And the Chiefs weren't able to get it done after that. So that's kind of what we're dealing with from the Chiefs from last week. Let me see if I can get a eyeballs on time of possession here. Actually fairly even, more even than you would maybe expect. Eagles had it for 32-34, Kansas City 27-26. So actually fairly even. In Kansas City, the way their offense is kind of built, they are fast, aggressive. They kind of go for it. So that actually kind of makes sense. Peo says, is it true Rams fans are the coolest fans in the NFL? I mean, I think so. I mean, I also like to think that I'm pulling up that average quite a bit, and I need some help here, guys. I'm just kidding. Non-Rams are related. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I think it's crazy long, actually. I was thinking about that today. It was like, this is obnoxious, actually. Sean McVay asked you to pick 5 players to appear in the game show Family Feud versus 5 49ers players. Who are your starting 5 for the current Rams? Well, we're winning no matter what, but if I have to go brains here, because I'm going Family Feud, I need creativity, I need brains. So give me Devontae, give me Puka, give me Kobe Durant. No Turner hate, but just keep Kobe Durant on this one. First slot's going to be Nate Landman, though. He's going to be at the front. And then after that, we'll go Puka, then Devontae, then Kobe. And then for my last one, give me the wild card here. Give me Ethan Evans. Yeah. Ethan Evans is so sick, dude. We'll be leaving here in just a few minutes, hitting the road. So I'll try to stay on. What's yours, Peo? I need yours. He said solid choices, but what are your answers, man? 101 passing yards for Jalen Hurts last week, but it didn't win, so it doesn't matter. Does it matter? That's the question, man. I'll tell you, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, if you win, isn't that the most important part of it? Like, is it better to have 101 yards and win or 500 passing yards and lose? You know what I mean? So I don't think I would care. So Peo's pick is Stafford, Kyron, Puka, Verse, and Landman. Okay, so a couple different answers there. I swapped out Kyron there for Devontae, and then Verse for Kobe. Ugh. His hair it's fun. It's kind of crazy sometimes. All right. I'm getting antsy, man. I'm getting antsy. Well, I'm ready to go. All right. I'm also going to bring a bucket hat today. We're going to bring this in case. Sometimes you got to change your hat if you're losing at halftime. I don't make the rules. I don't care if we only win 1 field goal. I want to win the game. Dude, that's exactly how I'm that way with every game, though. I don't care, man. I don't care about the score, really. I don't care who's scoring. That's why I don't care about fantasy football, is because I don't care who scores. Like, I've literally seen videos where they're like, Davis Allen ruining my fantasy team. He's taking all the Rams touchdowns. It's like, I don't know. That's how the Rams win football games, so I don't care about your fantasy team. And also, the only person that does care about your fantasy team is you. And I hope people understand that. Let's see here. So we got any cool info coming in. Ferguson is inactive, by the way, today. Rather interesting. I don't know if they're – I don't know, man. There's something there. There's something there for sure. But Terrence Ferguson, Rams' first pick of the 2025 NFL draft, is inactive. Not 9 straight times, but 9 of the last 10 we have lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. That one being 2020, Tyler Higbee went off, dude, had 3 touchdowns. I don't know why it's burned into my brain. Him dancing to a crowd of nobody. There's nobody in the stands. It was almost 3 years ago exactly, actually, or years ago. I can do basic math. Come on now. See what Mac Jones and Kyler Murray are wearing pregame. I have not, but I'm sure it's ridiculous because it usually is. Usually is. What is going on? I thought Joe doesn't do game day stuff. Yeah, Joe does some game day stuff, dude. Joe's been known to do some game day stuff from time to time, and this is one of those times. Turns out. So yeah, we're here, man. We're here. We're out here. I miss having audiences listen to me, pretend I'm important and stuff. You get it. I'm sure. I think today we're finally going to see how worth Puna and Landman are. I said this on this episode of Ram Showcase that the Philadelphia Eagles are why Puna and Landman exist on this roster. Philadelphia Eagles are also why Coleman Shelton exists on this roster. So we need games from all 3 of those dudes because we got them. We got them here for it. Big rig getting a touchdown. I'd love to see that. So you still do stuff. I'm gonna leave here soon. Actually, I'm leaving in just a few minutes, and then I will be on the road. I will be in the car, man. You can see my new car. It's a different car this time. I actually just got this car. I'm still on tax. It's a Civic. I'm a Civic driver now. He's texting me the pics. Okay, hold on. I don't know what picture you're talking about, but let's see here. Okay. What am I looking for here? Oh my gosh. Oof. I think these are old. I think these are old, Payo. This is I'll show you. It's the Mac Jones one. I think that was from last week because I was making fun of him. I was like, you can't buy a suit that fits. You can't get this. You can't go in and take this in, guy, and get this fitting you better. And then Kyler Murray over here looking like Hillary Clinton, crazy. It's like, why is he wearing a pantsuit? You know what I mean? Whatever. That's cool. It's cool, I guess, man. Do your thing. Yeah, and then Stafford, just a t-shirt and a hat. Just he's so cool, man. That's so funny. But yeah, I think that those are old. That Kyler Murray picture I saw, I think, a couple of years ago, and that oh, that's funny. I just opened Facebook to me, looking down at my phone. Like, I feel so spied on, and I set it all up. That's so funny. Yeah, that's yeah, I think I saw that a few years ago, but yeah, I love it, man. The game day like attire showing up in like looking ridiculous it's always intrigued me, but I also don't really understand it, I think. All right. I'm gonna try to set up here. It's funny. Okay. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna cut this off and turn this down. I think you should still be able to hear me. I'm gonna cut my mic off. We're gonna go sideways. We're learning, dude. We're learning. I already turned my Wi-Fi off. Dude. Big brain. That's what we call that. All right. Whoa. All right. I'm gonna put you right here for now while I shut this off. How's this angle, by the way? Should I do all my shows like this? Should I do every podcast from this angle? I think it's good. All right, we're gonna cut that one out. Carl's coming in here. Carl, come here. Come here. All right. So as you know, we're a very anti-bird household, especially on days like this. So I mean, hello. Here's Carl. What's up, buddy? So Yeah, we're anti-birds today. Any kind of bird can go die. We ain't about them in this house. That's for damn sure. No birds. No birds in this. He's so funny. All right, you can go. Thank you. Thank you for humoring me. All right. I know. I hate birds too, dude. All right. Let's start rolling, dude. What do you want? Don't yell at me. He's just fired up for game day, guys. I don't know what to tell you. All right, I need this. These angles are killer, dude. All right. Carl, relax, bud. Never been that serious. All right. It's time. It is time. You come for the Rams coverage, but you stay for the shoe tying. Maybe get you a roommate glimpse. All right. Carl, was that you? Ooh. All right, I'm definitely missing some comments here, but I'll get to you. I'll get to you. Lace them up, dude. Lace them up. Coffee's done. I'm not gonna have coffee. I'm drinking Red Bull. I need more wings. It's game day. Not lame eagle wings. Cool wings that a ram would have. I don't know. All right. Bucket hat. Phone. Red Bull. Let's roll. Let's go watch a Rams game. This angle's flattering, dude. Let's start taking all my pictures like this. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. I don't know if Paul's still here, but we'll get into the car, Paul. I feel like if Nathan was here, he'd ask to see my car. He had so many questions about it. Nathan, if you're here, let me know. All right. Last time there was a dog out here. There's not this time. Oh, okay. Paul is here. You ready, dude? Here. That's my car. Yeah. All right. It's dangerously fast. I didn't need a fast car because I know me, and that kind of stuff doesn't work well. It's not good for Joe to have a fast car. He does not need one because when Joe has a fast car, Joe goes fast. Oh, that's weird. All right. Boom. Steering wheel doesn't move in this car. Let's see here. Missing a bunch of comments. Says, oh, Peo's got to go. Review of Joe's brain. Hell yeah. Rams helmet man, but he won't, and it makes me sad. But whatever. What can you do? What can you do? Eat chicken wings for lunch. That's awesome. I'm not a chicken winger during games because I want to be able to high five. And I'm not going to sauce everybody high five. I'm not going to give saucy high fives. Ready for some car stuff. Nice. What is one's name? All of my cars are Vivian. So this is just Vivian 8 or whatever. I think this is number 8. That sounds about right. So some AC. It's a little. That's not bad. All right, we ready to roll? If anybody's got questions, feel free to fire them off. I'll check while I can. Obviously, I got to not die operating a motor vehicle. So we're going. We'll be smart about this, okay? But if you got questions, feel free to drop them. If you got score predictions, feel free to go ahead and drop them because we got a big old football game going on this week. Rams Eagles. This is certainly obviously it's a playoff rematch. But you know what? That was last year. That was a while ago. That was snowy. It was cold. It was lame. Saquon busted off that big run. Kyron had his fumble. Then Bo Limmer missed a couple of blocks on Jalen Carter, which pretty much ended the Rams season right there. That's kind of what happened. So, what we're looking at, obviously, that happened. Whatever, that's over. We can talk about rematch and stuff all we want. I'm thinking pre-match though, dog. I'm thinking pre-match here, not rematch. All right. I think that instead of thinking of this as like a look back on last year's divisional game, I think that we should be looking at this as like, what are we going to play them again in the playoffs? Okay, pre-match, not rematch. All right. So we're in 2025, man. 2024 is already gone. Nothing we can do about that. Okay, it didn't end well. It happens. It's over. Okay? Get that out of your brain tank. All right? Time to refill it with something else. All right? 2025 vibes. All right? This is a different team now, too. All right? So I think that ultimately that's kind of where my brain is at. Is it like, yeah, that team was sick, and we had a great run there. We played the hell out of the Eagles in the playoffs. Don't matter no more. All right? None of this rematch stuff. That's not where my brain's at. I'm in pre-match. All right? And this is just the first one of that journey. All right? So that's where I'm at. You can let me know where you're at with this. If you're still worried about that playoff game, you know, so be it. That's fine. I'm not going to tell you how to be a fan. I would never do that. That's insane. But I think my brain is very much into the future here. And, we got the Philadelphia Eagles, which is obviously a really tough matchup, but it doesn't get easier. Colts next week. Turns out they're way better than we thought. After that, we have the 49ers, obviously a solid team, divisional stuff like that. But hey, if it's Mac Jones playing, I feel okay. But I also don't think he's better or worse than Brock. So I guess do with that information whatever you will. But then after that, going to Baltimore, then playing the Jags in London before the bye week. After that is where I think the Rams really find their footing is post bye week. Come back after bye week, home against the Saints. And it's a really good chance to kind of come in rested and play a team that you really should beat. You really are better than the Saints. So, and even that, we could lose half our team in injuries by then, and I still think that the Saints are not a very good team. But I think that's kind of just where my brain's at. Is it like this is a really good barometer for us, but I still don't think that we'll be able to say exactly who we are after this game. I think that's kind of what I'm trying to say in a very, very roundabout way. you know, yeah, big game for us. Well, yeah, what's up, Dane? How you doing, dude? Curious to see how the Zebra Crew, let's see, is going to officiate the tush push today. Maybe the beginning. It's maybe the beginning of the end of that play. That's a very interesting point. Obviously, really hard to say what the response will be. I said it all week though that I think that the best thing that could have happened for the Rams last week was the refs absolutely blowing so many calls on the tush push against the Philadelphia Eagles. That helps the Rams immensely. There's ref meetings every single week, and obviously that came up. We know it came up. They told us it did. So Williams needs to be dominant in this game. I absolutely agree. And it depends. I agree no matter which Williams you're talking about. Kyron Williams absolutely needs to be on today, but I think the blocking needs to be on more importantly. That's definitely been the downfall of the Rams' rushing attack is the blocking. Kyron's doing fine. He's seeing things fine, but he's getting blown up in the backfield. So that definitely needs to change. And if you're also talking about Darius Williams, also needs to be on today. The loss of Akello Witherspoon to injury with that broken collarbone. Um, he was obviously getting a lot of use here. And what are we doing, dude? It's illegal as hell. Oh well, doesn't matter. But Darius Williams obviously was not getting that many reps. Didn't really play week one. In week two, got in because Akello Witherspoon got hurt, and that was so early in the game. So obviously Darius Williams needs to have a big day too. So both Williamses, need to have a good day. Both Kyron and Darius. K-Dub and D-Will. It's interesting how we've done those nicknames, huh? Sheriff! What's up, dude? David coming in 34-17 with a Rams win. I would absolutely love to see that, obviously. That's not a crosswalk. Whatever. Doesn't matter. For my number 8 verse jersey today, hoping he gets the first sack of the season. Yeah, man, that's it's kind of funny how many people have been like, oh, versus not doing that well. And it's like are you watching what's happening, or are you just like looking at the box score at the end of the game and be like, oh, it didn't work? It's like, what didn't work? Trying to get through three dudes? Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to do. So, yeah, he's definitely getting that AD treatment. But if you ask him about it, I mean, I think he kind of was. He's like, yeah, it's the next progression. Like he's like they've started trying to do more to me, and it's my job to get through it. So get through it. It's kind of where we're at. So I think Jared's kind of like the perfect mentality for that kind of thing, though. Just to know he's getting that attention now, and I think that that's a direct correlation to why Byron Young has 3 sacks on the season so far. Is just simply because so much attention does go to the other side. It's also the fact that Byron Young is really good at football. So I think that Jared Verse kind of said it the best of like, no one should be surprised. Like, that's weird. He's so good, you know. But I think that that there is the combo of it, of like third year Byron Young, so he's really gotten, to find his footing in the NFL and stuff. And then also you get Jared Verse getting so much attention on the other side. So I think it's kind of twofold of why Byron Young's doing so well right now. And then Jared Verse, I mean, he's impacting plays for sure. So, I mean, we can say, yeah, he's not getting sacks and stuff. And obviously we want him to get home, but it's not because he's playing so poorly that it's like he can't figure it out. You know what I mean? So that's the good news of it. Let's see. I think Kobe gets home today, the conductor. Yeah, Kobe's, I think, is he at 1 or 2 on the season? I don't know. Rams go after quarterbacks, man. And the Eagles, I mean, yeah, their offensive line is touted real good and stuff like that. They give up pressure, man. They give up pressures. Rams had, I think it was the 7 against them last year in the playoffs. Like, they can absolutely get to quarterbacks, man. So, if you can see this motorcycle behind me, he's got the biggest helmet of all time. Looks like a friggin' Guardian cap. That Eric Weddle riding a motorcycle behind me. Oh, that's funny. That's funny as hell to me, guys. Let's see. Ooh, Edwin coming in with the score prediction. A big one, 43-37 Rams win. I would absolutely love that, dude. Would love a big, fat, like, crazy game to watch, man. One that, like, it ends and you're exhausted. You're exhausted. You're going to be able to see this motorcycle right here, by the way. Look at that head. Look at that head. Maybe it's not as big as it looked in my mirror, I guess. Oh well. Still a really funny reference to say he looked like Eric Weddle. I stand by it. David says, I think the Rams make a statement today. That's me. Yeah, you know what? I think this is a statement game for both teams. I think that either way, no matter how this game comes out, no matter how it comes out, like, no matter the final, no matter who wins, no matter who loses, no matter by how much, I think that the storylines are going to be abundant on both sides. So, for example, if the Rams win a close game, it's be like, yeah, they went toe-to-toe with Philly in Philly and came out with a win. The Rams get absolutely smoked. It's going to be like, well, maybe the Rams weren't as good as we thought they were, or it's going to be, well, the Eagles are a lot better than we thought they were. On the flip side of that, if the Rams go in there and just absolutely destroy Philadelphia, then everybody's going to be like, oh, these Philadelphia offensive woes are real. And the Rams are a really good football team. But if the Eagles barely win in this one, then I think it's going to be kind of similar if the Rams barely win, of like, oh, Rams went toe-to-toe with them but couldn't pull it out in the end. But should be a playoff rematch later on. I think that that's a real thing, no matter how this game goes. So statements will be made, I think, no matter what. But any team getting a blowout in this one, I would say, is unlikely. Obviously, anything can happen. Somebody could have, like, we could have the sickest Sean McVay game plan of all time going into this one, and just have one of those situations where Vic Fangio is like, he's ended the game and it was like, yeah, we weren't ready for that. But who knows? And then also, I think what's going to be critical here is keeping our eyes on the Rams' performance before the half, and Obviously, adjustments are going to be made by both sides, and I'm really curious to see how the Rams go into the locker room and come out. I think that that's going to be very telling. So, very telling on what we're seeing, what the second half. And Rams are very much a second half team. I think we've seen that so many times now that the Rams are able to come out and make those adjustments. It's so funny. I think it was Peo that was mentioning it, where he was like, "It's funny that back when we first got McVay, it was like if we were in the lead at halftime, McVay was just gonna close it out. It's like, but now it's like if we're down at halftime, McVay is gonna pull some stuff and I don't know why I hit that so hard. McVay is gonna pull some stuff and make a comeback, and we're gonna play great in the second half. So it's kind of funny how it all shakes out like that. But our O line will be, dang it, I don't know what that word is because StreamYard has a stupid little feature where there's a little icon right above the most recent comment. So I actually don't know what you're totally saying there. It's like the perfectly cut out of that word. Okay, now I see it. The test today. Got it. Okay. O-line will be the test today. Absolutely agree. Yeah, we have no Avila again today, so I would anticipate that Justin Dedich does get the start at left guard. Obviously, that's going to be something to watch for against Jalen Carter, who's obviously a very good player. Yeah, you're right. That is a good test today, but we're only down one starter, which I think is at least decent news. I would anticipate that Avila does come back next week. This will be his second missed game in a row. So only one time we had our starters together so far, and hopefully next week against the Colts is more of the same. Rams will be at home for that one, also in the Royal jerseys, like they are today. Royal jerseys today, yellow pants. We have not seen. What's it? We haven't seen bone pants. Is it? No, we have seen bone pants. We did bone on bone. I think we've seen all pants now. We've seen all of the pants. Pants. Grew up at this intersection. There was this park that was built here. That was built when I was like in kindergarten, and that's the coolest thing in the universe to me. It was like living in these crummy little apartments, and then directly across the street, this huge park comes down. The Denver Broncos came down and like did this whole thing. I don't remember that, but I do remember that park being open. It was like walking distance to a massive park as a child. Pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool stuff. Says, do you believe Puka is a top 3 wide receiver? Why is he number 1? Yeah, he absolutely is a top wide receiver. It's crazy to me that like, um, it's crazy to me that one Eagles person was like, I don't think he's top 5. He's not very good. And it's like, what do you just say that you don't know what you're talking about? It's fine. Mark says, where's the gato? Yeah, yeah, man. I have a picture that I shared because I didn't realize that Snapchat lenses could work on cats, and that changed my whole world. So I've been pretty locked in on that for a while now. I think I know this girl behind me. That's what happens when you live 34 years in the city, though. You start to know people. Let's see. Bo Limmer needs to come and play. I disagree. I think Bo Limmer's fine on the bench. And Puka goes for 150 today. I wouldn't be mad about it, man. Wouldn't be mad about it. I think that I'm curious to see what the plan is for the Eagles defense on covering our wide receivers, because whoever Adoree Jackson's on, that dude's gonna light it up. You know, that just feels real. It feels real that whoever Jackson is covering is gonna he's just gonna get smoked all day. Because Quinyon Mitchell, obviously solid player. Cooper DeJean, obviously solid player. We'll mix it up for sure. We will force that's it's kind of a thing that we've seen a lot from the Rams this year is mixing up motions pre-snap and stuff where we set it up to get those mismatches where we'll pull a motion and now you got a linebacker covering Puka Nacua. Like, good luck, dude. Good luck, dude. You just started being able to filter if you're on a motorcycle. People hate it out here. That's not even like crazy. And I'm sure for all of the California people, they're like, yeah, that's. Everyone's like, no, you don't get in front of me. I want to go slower than you anyway. All right. I am not technically a bike rider. I do have my license though. I do want a bike real bad. I don't know how I would do these. Try to figure it out with like a mic and a helmet or something. That'd be kind of fun. Let's see. I want to see the ball out of Staff's hands quick. Yeah, I mean, so far, Matthew Stafford has had the least amount of time to throw in the NFL per, you know, pressure getting home. And you also have Stafford, I think he's first. If he's not, he's like second as far as depth of target, which those are kind of some metrics that I like to look at. Is like time to throw and depth to target, stuff like that, because I think it is more telling than just your regular like completion percentage and stuff like that. But the depth of target is really interesting to me because the Rams are very blatantly going more downfield this year, and not by like a whole ton. I think the average depth is like 12 yards, but that's more than like 7, which is more typical for average depth. So there's a lot of people here. Well, I guess I am early. Sleepy. Got the same spot I was in last week. I'm gonna look cool here, guys. Check this out. Just reverses a car. That's something you're supposed to be able to do if you have a license. Can I mention, I think getting a license is too easy. I think it should be way more difficult. Not everybody should be able to get one. And in fact, I'd say closer to like 60, at least 60% of people that have one probably shouldn't. I have some of my friends and I'm like, how are you allowed to drive this thing, man? This is a death machine. You're going to kill somebody. Anyway, let's see. Get off that one. Let's see. With the pass rush, he needs to get rid of it. I mean, yeah, obviously. But again, that's just football, man. I mean, that's nothing crazy here. Brock Purdy officially out. That's crazy that he got to questionable when they said that he was going to be out 3 to 5 weeks, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, he might play this week though. It's like it's a lot less than 3 weeks. But yeah, that's just football, man. I mean, obviously the NFL, everybody's got incredible pass rushers. You're going against a team that just won the Super Bowl, so yeah. I mean, obviously get rid of the ball fast because they're coming for you. They are coming. The sweet Mustang. What am I doing here? All right. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize that was going to cut me off. My bad, guys. I was trying to see if I was missing anything important. Oh, that's funny. Oh man, Edwin, thank you very much, dude. You enjoy the game as well. I'm just going to sit here for a couple minutes. Packers fans showing up. All right, all right. My score prediction. That's right. I forgot to give mine. Um, I feel like this one's going to be a little bit higher scoring, man. I just feel like I don't know, just something about this one feels like it's just going to be a little much. I feel like we're going to be some high flying action without that snow and stuff like that. I've been saying I think like 30-28 Rams win. I think is kind of where I've been at. So I'm feeling good about it, though, man. I feel like the Rams are at least going to come to play. Whether like when I say I'm feeling good about a game, that doesn't necessarily mean like I think that the Rams are just for sure going to win. That could also just mean me feeling like the Rams are going to come in and at least have a good day. Whether that means winning or losing, obviously, who knows? Um, but it feels like the Rams should come in with some fire. Um, Rams and Eagles have kind of developed a little bit of a rivalry. Um, it seems like both teams think it's the other one doing it, which I think is really funny. Oh, we got Jack Wad. Jack Wad pulling in here. He's going to park right next to me. Packers fans. He thinks he can play guitar. He can't. He's never done it before in his life. He has no idea what he's doing.
doesn't want to hop in. I wish y'all could see it. I could just turn it, but I don't know what he's doing. I can't. I think it's disturbed. Yeah. Oh man, that was just for us. That had nothing to do with you guys at that point. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna hang out with my friends. I'm gonna drink some beers. I'm gonna watch the Rams beat up on the Philadelphia Eagles. I hope you guys enjoy your time as well. If you guys aren't able to watch the game, you're looking for a place to share your watching experience, I recommend heading over to the Rams Radar with Payo Time channel. Payo Time, that's definitely where you're going to want to be for a Rams watch party. He does those there, and they're absolutely awesome, man. Nothing to complain about. Those are cool, good times, man. But other than that, man, let's go Rams. Let's beat up on Philly and stuff like that. It's